wrong for refusing to be a bridesmaid in my sister's wedding? I, 24 female, have a sister, 28 female, Lexi. Lexi and I used to be really close and she was basically my best friend. However, around 7 or 8 months ago, I found out my boyfriend Jonah was cheating on me with her. And now they're getting married in August. Ew, so weird, so disgusting. We hadn't talked since then until she called me the other day asking me if I would be one of her bridesmaids. I told her I didn't want to do that and she was messed up for even asking that. She said that it would mean a lot to her since I'm her only sister. It didn't mean a lot to you when you were sleeping with her boyfriend, like what the double standard? She also told me that she already bought the dress. Then said I would be letting her down and wasting the money she spent on the dress. I said that just because she bought me a dress doesn't mean I have to be in her wedding. Okay, this is already, from reading that little, she's already a manipulative piece of shit. Okay, keep this woman out of your life. You don't need her. Like, move on. She's dead to you. She started crying and telling me how I was being insensitive and holding a grudge against her. Yeah, because you... Disgusting. Why would you sleep? Why would you look at your sister's boyfriend like that? Like, that's so weird to me. Am I wrong for not inviting my sister and her kids to Disney with my brother and his kids because I know she can't afford it? I haven't taken my kids on a real vacation since pre-pandemic, but now that we are all vaccinated, I want to take them to Disneyland. My brother Jack, whose kids are about the same age as mine, feel the same. Disneyland is expensive. The trip will cost about $8,000 for each family. My brother and I both have great jobs, so the money is not a struggle for us. My sister Jane is always talking about how broke and underpaid she is and complaining about her student loans. I don't know her salary, but she's a social worker, so I know it's not a ton. Well, my brother and I figured she wouldn't be able to afford it based on a couple of weeks ago when we brought up the idea of a vacation at a Labor Day cookout, and she just went on about how she wishes she could afford. Am I wrong for telling my dad that if he chooses to go to my stepbrother's graduation, then he better forget about me? I, 18 female, am an only child, and my parents divorced when I was 8. My dad remarried when I was 12, and for a while everything was fine. But after a few years of living there with them, I started to notice that my dad preferred my stepbrother. They did more things together, and he started to ditch me to go to his games, his plays, his tournaments, etc. For every 10 things I invited him to, he only attended 1 to 2. His wife always gave excuses. Oh, my son is younger than you. They are really close. His dad is not involved in his life. And told me that at least I was lucky enough to have a dad with me, and specifically one who was willing to share his love. When I was 13, my mother applied for sole custody in one. Only then did I see my dad being hurt that I was being taken away. I started to spend time with my dad, but only if he picked me up to do it. He still missed most of my things, and I've always resented him and his family for it. Since this is my last year, I had a lot of significant activities. I had my last debate, my last volleyball game, I won best essay in my class, got into best 20. Am I wrong for canceling the trip after my fiance decided to bring her 10-year-old son with us? I, 33 male, have been with Natalie, 32 female, for 2 years. We're getting married soon, and she shares custody of her 10-year-old son with her ex-husband. Ever since her ex-husband got sick, Natalie kept bringing her son over more often. Sometimes her mom would take him due to work, etc. We've been having issues because of that, because Natalie has to bring my stepson with us wherever we go. Yeah, that's kind of part of being a step-parent. Like, that's her son. What do you want her to do? Just leave him in the ditches? So, like, duh, what do you mean? We started going out less and less. Since it's been a whole month since we've gone out, and since her ex has gotten better, I've arranged for a little trip to the beach for the weekend. It's supposed to be a couple's getaway. She was excited for it and prepared for everything. The night before the trip, she comes up to me and says, "Hey, Tom is sick again, and he asked if I could take Taylor to spend the weekend with us." I was gobsmacked. I asked what she told him, and she said that she agreed. She then proceeded to tell me that she'd like to take Taylor with us to the beach. I got upset and told her not to bother because the trip